Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today we're going to be doing my January TBR. So as usual this is quite an ambitious TBR, but you know, we're just gonna try, and I'm so bad at sticking to my TBRs, but it's a good way to kind of get some ideas for what I want to read in the month. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm gonna try and stick to this mostly. So yeah, I think I didn't do too bad with my December TBR. That's questionable. So let's just get started on the TBR. So first of all, I have the second two books in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series because I'm taking part in a read along hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog, who's amazing. And this is, yeah, so the second one, Days of Blood and Starlight, which I need to read ASAP because I'll probably, yeah, the live show's on the 2nd of January, so yeah, I need to get reading this. How long is it? 500 pages. I'm sure I can manage. Yeah, so that's that one. And then the sequel, Dreams of Gods and Monsters, which I'll probably read towards the end of the month, because that'll be the third live show. So yeah, if you're interested in reading this series, then you can read along with us. You don't have much time, but you know. That's the first one. And then also I really want to read The Burning God by Arif Kwan, because I didn't get to this one in December, which I wanted to, but I feel like it kind of got delayed with the shipping, and then I had other things, like I was trying to get through all my arcs. So I just kind of put it off, but I definitely need to read this one by the 10th of January because we have a live show, which I think will be on Sophia's channel, discussing this. So yeah, I'm very excited. This is the third book in the Poppy War series. Yeah, I don't know what to say because it's the third book. I know it's probably going to be emotionally devastating. And yeah, we follow in the first book Rin, who's this orphan, and no, is she an orphan? Yeah, I think she's an orphan, but she's living with her aunt and uncle, and she kind of applies to this prestigious military academy called Synagard, and there she the first half of the book you're following her in the academy, and then the second half you kind of follow this big war that's going on, and it very much reflects kind of actual history, so it's quite a historical fantasy, and it's very dark, and the characters are all very morally grey. So yeah, I'm really excited for this last one. Okay, then I also want to read We Ride the Storm by Devin Matson and its sequel, We Lie with Death, because I have an arc for the sequel, which comes out on the 14th of January. So I need to get on with them. But also, how many pages? Okay, it's less than 500 pages, so that's okay. I'm really excited for this, and I'll probably end up reading the sequel slightly after the release date, but you know, Nagelli's quite forgiving when it comes to things like that, I hope. So yeah, I don't even really know what this one's about. I've just heard good things. I'll just read the synopsis because that's easier. So the Kissin Empire is divided, held together only by the will of the God Emperor. Oh, I like the sound of a God Emperor. I always like God type. Yeah, when an act of betrayal shatters an alliance with the neighbouring land of Chiltay, all that has been won comes crashing down. Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Now as the fires of war spread, a warrior, an assassin and a princess must chase their ambitions no matter the cost. War built the Kissan Empire and now war will tear it down. That sounds really good. It sounds like there's going to be a group of people ambitious and this all goes wrong, and yeah, so it sounds good. So I'm very excited. And also the warrior, assassin and princess just screams my kind of book. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, then next we have A Sky Beyond the Storm by Saba Tahir. So this is the last book in the Ember and the Ashes series, and I love this edition. I had to get myself the Waterstones one because of the sprayed edges. I suck at the sprayed edges now. And it's so funny because at first I hated them, but now I love them. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. Again, it's the fourth book in the series, so I don't really know what I can say about it. And I honestly can't remember that much about the earlier books. I know the first one is kind of a trials thing, so you're following Leia, who's a slave, and she sort of goes to work in this academy. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It has a name. This school thing where these masks train, so they're super bad assassins or whatever. And Elias is one of the masks, so you're kind of following both of them. So Laia is kind of trying to infiltrate as a rebel, and then Elias is taking part in these trials to I think one of the masks becomes the emperor or something. I don't know. But anyway, and then it kind of evolves into like a war and stuff. So I'm excited, and there's this like evil character. So I'm excited to see the end of this one. And I think it should be good. The writing's quite big in this one. Like, there's not too many pages, not too many words on a page. So hopefully it won't take too long to read. But anyway, I'll enjoy every second. And it's quoted by Brandon Sanderson on the front. So that's exciting also. Then next we have, so I'm doing with Nicole from Nicole and Her Books, who is amazing and one of my favourite people in the world. And you should all go and check out her channel. I'm sure you already have if you subscribe to me. But yeah, her editing is just amazing. Her thumbnails always look amazing. I'm like that Lady Gaga meme, which is like spectacular, talented, intelligent, beautiful about Nicole. But yeah, she's amazing, so you should all go and check her out. But we're gonna attempt to read Throne of Glass series in a week, which might be a little bit challenging for me because I will be on placement then. But you know, I've got the weekend and the evenings might be reliant on audiobooks. But it should be really fun. And I actually really like the series. Well, I really liked it when I read it in like 2018, which that was when I read it like all the way through when Kingdom Mash came out. But I had been reading them like once a year as they came out. It was like my teenage series. Yeah, so I'm not ashamed to admit I am trash for Sarah J Maas. So I'm excited to see this reread and how it kind of plays out. And they're just so easy to like consume. I don't know, they're really fun. And like she always writes really good romances in my head anyway. I mean, maybe they're a bit toxic, but I'm a bit trashy, so I don't mind. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that, and hopefully we'll be hosting some like reading sprints and stuff. That would be fun, and I'm going to be vlogging, so yeah, so that's the entire Throne of Glass series. I'm probably not going to read the Assassin's Blade just because that's like a whole extra book and we can't be dealing with that. So yeah. Okay, then after that we have The Mercies by Karen Millward Hargrave, and I want to read this one because it sounds really kind of what's the word, wintry. It's set in Norway, I believe, on this like island of these like women, and it's like a women only island. But then one day this like man shows up and they're all trying to, and he's trying to do something to them. Hang on. Yeah, so this like man who's trying to like control all these women on this island. Yeah, I think it'd be like witchy and like stormy and sea, and it just sounds really good, so I think I'm gonna love this. Yeah, and the cover's really pretty as well. And how many pages? I need to stop checking the pages. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Okay, and then in terms of audiobooks, so I'm currently reading the audiobook for Seven Devils, but I'm not very far into that, so I feel like that'll be kind of a carryover into January, which is kind of a space story. I don't know, I was gonna say space sci-fi, but that's kind of redundant. Yeah, and so far I'm getting like major enemies to lovers vibes. I honestly don't know anything about the plot, I'm just kind of going into it blind, but yeah, it seems really cool so far, so I'm excited for that. And I also want to read The Dark Forest, which is the sequel to The Three-Body Problem. So I read this Three-Body Problem like May last year, and honestly I can't remember that much about it, but I remember it being very crazy and like weird. I sort of remember what happened at the end, and I know it was like quite a lot of playing with like physics and stuff, so I'm excited for the sequel. And also on audio as well, see if that's different. And then this has been like on every TBR since about November, but the audiobook keeps getting pushed back, which is so sad. And that is Key for the Lost Cities Unlocked. So if this comes out this month, if Audible doesn't betray me again, then I'll probably read it this month, because I do really enjoy that series and it's so cute, like middle grade. And then I also want to maybe try and read Mexican Gothic. So I don't own this one at the moment, but I have an Audible credit, so I'll probably use it on that. And yeah, so this one I never thought this one like appealed to me, especially since I didn't love her first book. But then I don't know, recently I've just been kind of getting into the more like gothic kind of ghosty stuff. Like after watching Haunting of Bly Manor, I'm now like a simp for ghosts. Well, I always was, but I mean like haunted houses and that's kind of what Mexican Gothic seems like it will be. So I'm really excited for that. It sounds really good. Yeah, I don't know, it's so hard to talk about books in TBRs. And then also I would like to get to Where Dreams Descend, preferably on audio, because I know the audiobook's narrated by Steve West, which We all know he has a very nice voice. So, and that one I believe is, I think it's like a Phantom of the Opera retelling, which sounds so cool. I mean, I don't know much about Phantom of the Opera, but I do love musicals, and it just sounds really cool, and like the cover's so pretty, and yeah, so I'm very excited for that one. So yeah, so that is all the books on my TBR. Hopefully I can get through all of these. I don't know. I go back to university in like a few days, and I need to be studying. But yeah, I like reading in the evenings. It's a good way to relax, and I don't have much of a social life, so that's probably why I read a lot. And also I can't be alone with my thoughts, I have to be reading. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments one book you would really like to get to in January, and I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.